I'm a little late to the review party, but hey, I was spending that whole time trying to figure out how to play CK3, otherwise known as Getting Cucked the Game. CK3 is a game where you play as a dynasty and it doesn't have an end goal, so you make one for yourself. It's truly an open-end role-playing game where interesting stories will naturally spring up, like on my first game as the Byzantine House of Macedon. The original emperor's son and heir died, which made the empire default to his other son, a studious theologian who unsurprisingly only had one child, Justinian. But that child was born a dwarf, got leprosy early on in life, ultimately became disfigured, and his reign was spent subduing civil wars against his vassals, as no one liked him on account of his deformations. In the twilight of his life, In the twilight of his life, he had attempted suicide by shoving a knife through his arm, but his priest entered his room and convinced Justinian to keep living. A huge rebellion broke out 2 months later, and Justinian was slain in the first battle, and my game ended. But hey, he had hope in the end at least. The strength of this game is in its organic storytelling and its flexibility. If you want to play as a leader who creates a kingdom through marriages and diplomacy, you can do it. If you want to be a Viking raider and sacrifice children captives, you can do that. And if you want to do the no-no with your family, well, it wouldn't be CK3 without a bit of "Dad, what are you doing to sister?" That being said, there's a lot of reading in this game, and it requires you to use your imagination. If you play CK3 for an hour, you've probably read the equivalent of a whole book, and there's a great chance that it was a weird erotic novel about how your father did the no-no with your wife and your daughter. And you found out that your heir isn't even your son, it's actually your father's, but you die before you can disinherit or imprison anyone, so your game ends one king later. And since we're on the topic of the bad in the game, there's also a lot of menus and pop-ups to go through, along with army micromanagement, and wars are underwhelming. As you can see here, I'm fighting a large nation, but it's only for this small tile on this small island, and I don't have an option to get any more than that because I don't have enough piety to fight for a kingdom or a duchy. I'm the Byzantine Emperor, the continuation of Rome, the same place that brought you Jesus Christ. The Byzantines even brought forks into the world. I should have permanent claims on everyone around me, but no. I don't know what kind of wacky tobacco they were smoking when they decided to make people playable outside of Europe in a game called Crusader Kings. I mean, what is this? Oh dear, the Catholics are coming and they're going to sack everything? Thankfully, there's specific rulers with interesting things going on that the game pushes you to play, like William the Bastard. This guy ascended to the English throne after letting the Saxons and Norwegians kill each other and ruined English with French words. So in this game, he starts out in a war against England, except there's a chance that instead of winning, he gets maimed and dies months later, leaving me with his lazy son, who I roleplayed so hard that I didn't even finish my review.